Are we still showing off our figures? Here's my 1-to-1 scale collection. I don't know why people keep saying 1-to-1 is the best scale for figures. They're a pain in the ass. Heavy as shit. They don't come with outfits. They can do exactly 0 yo-yo tricks, and you have to pose them yourself. They are super fragile if you try to display them in the shower, and they fall. You could seriously fuck them up. 0 to 10 would not recommend. Bro, you have 3 real dolls? Okay, hold on. Is this the guy who did yo-yo tricks? 1. 2. You have 3 real dolls?
Abomination!
Dog, this is a little weird. Who took this photo? Surely a tripod. I cannot believe how many of you... Listen, you know what, though? Honestly, oh, man. I don't know. I'm struggling with the proper response to this.
The 4th real doll took the photo.
I need to learn more about this guy. What's wrong with live women? Well, hold on. You're opening up a conversation I don't think you're ready for. 1. Okay. And 2, I don't think that him having 3... Well, okay, he's an outlier. But if I want a 1-to-1 scale Lola Bunny to slap around, you know, after a stressful day, I don't think that's any indication of something that's wrong with women. That's crazy. It's a different situation entirely. You want him on a call? He's a homie. How do I say no respectfully? I just want him to answer.
Why do even fake dolls look uninterested in him?
That's so true. Even the fucking real dolls look kind of fed up. Okay, dude, if you're watching right now, you must be, because you just posted this.
To all my food service worker kings, does any of you fantasize about Gordon Ramsay inspecting your place, then taking you into the cooler and taking his anger out on you?
Someone asked, can you fuck these? And I feel like you are so innocent and pure. What I want to ask you, the person who asked that, what do you think these are for? I like exercise because I love eating. You use them for cosplay? Are you stupid? It's a good question. Y'all heard of a mannequin? If you don't know what these are fully posable fuck dolls. These things ship naked, this is where it gets even weirder. Greeny, thank you for the subs, but don't give subs, bro. Go get the merch. Like, actually, I appreciate your subs. Don't get it twisted. But instead, go get a fucking shirt today, bro. Are their teeth removable? Oh my God. They're usually, in my experience, they're soft. The teeth are soft. Does he have dentures in these things? So what's really weird is these things ship naked. So he dressed this thing, he dressed all 3 of these up, to be completely blunt. He put them in clothes. There was a probably 45-minute time lapse of this man struggling to dress these things. Also weird is he went shopping for clothes, because something tells me this isn't his wife's wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? I hate this so much. I guess what's confusing about it is, as a proud former owner of a sex doll, they are, and to that guy who said, what's wrong with women? They're just shitty women. It's like fucking a corpse, bro. It's so much more work than just like, I don't know, buying dinner. She leaked. It was weird. How would you know? What do you mean, how would I know? Okay, everyone's saying leaked. Oh my God, I can't believe I have to go through this again. So I own one, and she would, if you put her on a substance or a surface that was absorbent, she would leave a stain everywhere she went, which was horrible. The titties were fun. What I don't like, I'll be honest with you, the fingers were a little weird. You know, you move her hand to pose her arm, and the fingers get stuck whatever way you bend them. So oftentimes you get these weird, deformed things, right? Bro, you don't need to explain it. No, I do, motherfucker. I will say the ass and the vagina, and I'm getting clinical here. Hey, you know, I'm in there. But the problem is there are simply better sex toys out there. This is going to sound insane. Have you guys seen the sex toy that's just like this little nugget lower half? The legs are gone. The upper torso's gone. It's just this little... Do you know what I'm talking about? It's significantly more efficient than the entire sex doll. It's the same experience without moving legs and opposing arms. Do you know what I mean? How do you wash her? Exactly. It's a lot, man. And you know what else they don't tell you? You know what else they don't tell you? The silicone that surrounds what is essentially, a T800
I work at the mall.
Endoskeleton. Right? This like what stands, they have like a wiring armature system inside that's covered in silicone, essentially, right? But what they don't tell you is any kind of, if you put any pressure or any sort of, if you squeeze at all, You will squeeze right through the silicone and feel that hard bar that's in her arm or leg, and it's an immediate like feeling. It's not a fun feeling. It's very weird. It's very yikes. No, it is, bro. I'm telling you. Like bones then? No, but it's not like bones, bro. Have you ever I'm sorry. Have you grabbed a woman's thigh and felt her tibia? Like what is going on in your world, bro? That's crazy. Hell yeah, I have. I'm not a fan then. I don't know. It's a metal skeleton. You can feel the difference. Her femur? What's a fibia, bro? Wrong bone? I'm sorry. Do I look like a boneologist? Excuse me. Tibia isn't in the thigh. Fun fact. I'm not having fun. It's like hitting an aluminum cervix. That's not really an issue. I think you'd have to go much further for that. The tibia is not in the thigh. Guys, I think I'm getting word that I said the wrong bone. Hold on, let me see if this guy updated the post. Why do you need 3? That's what I want to know. Why all white, by the way? Why don't you listen, it's in a world where you can have anything and you've had 3 of anything. Why not experiment? Listen, gun to my head, I have to pull the trigger and purchase 3 of these. I'm gonna start getting experimental. He's in chat. Check his chat history. Oh my God, here we go. Okay, wow, we got a lot of chat here. Holy shit. He said, hello chat, I'm gay. I'm not actually gay. My girls are famous. He said, tripod. Lola is boring. Lola can only be Lola. Wait a minute, you dress these up and act like they're other... Okay, it's Bridget from Overwatch. Okay, oh my God, it is. He said, yes, the teeth come out. Their wardrobe is pretty big. Dog, I'm sorry. Can you post a picture of the sex doll wardrobe that you have? How? Listen, I'm so understanding. If you're doing shit like this in your home, I'm not going to judge you as a bad person. That's off the table. That's weird. You're not a bad guy. Okay? But what I am having a hard time understanding is where do you go from here? Like, this level of commitment has got to be the biggest red flag for a potential, even just sexual partner, right? Like, I'll say ladies and guys. If first date goes well, second date, let's watch movies at my house. You go into his room, you see a full wardrobe of women's clothes, and he goes, oh, no, it's theirs. And he motions to these, like, fucking, Bridget from Overwatch strung up, like, it's like some BioShock shit. I want you to take photos of the splicers. Like, what do you mean? How do you, like, you are committing, right? To, like, is that okay? Like, are you comfortable committing to a lifetime of this? Their wardrobe's pretty big. Yours was TPE. Mine are silicone. TPE is a pain in the ass. Okay, this guy might actually know something I don't. He said the ass is out of this world, fellas. Brother, I believe you. In fact, it was made in a lab. Oh, he said the little bust that I showed, those are boring. They're just so boring. He says it feels weird to get one when it doesn't have head or arms. You're right, man. I'm the weird one. No, that's fair. I think I'm the weird one. That's valid. You clean them carefully. You got to treat them with respect, Wubby. I think that's good that you respect. Like, I'd be more worried. It's like, why do they look like they were punched in the face 300 times? Okay, man. Well, if you have any other information that you want to share, no, you got to answer this question. Like, actually, I have to know. I'm moving on. I promise you. I promise I'm going to move on. I have to know this. Are you currently sexually active with a human? And if so, are you nervous about either of them finding out about this, or in the case that someone does come over, do you hide this? The arms are freaking me out. Think about the eyes. He was to move them to show where they're looking. What? Oh, he does have to position the eyes. Everything's positioned. He already mentioned that. Where am I not understanding? If I was him, I would have a spare bedroom with them and tell no one. That's kind of scarier. Sir, a second nuclear gooner has hit the stream. I'm more concerned about whether he hides his girlfriend from the dolls. No, you can't. There's no hiding this. You lead with this. How do you even have a foursome? All right. He says he fucks women with the dolls in the room. No, brother, what are you talking about? Hold on. No, he does not. Bro, no way. There is no way. What kind of women? Yeah, hold on. What are we talking about here? Get him on a call. All right, bro. If you want to get on a call, I'll give it 5 minutes in total. Odds of this guy meeting like let's just say a normal woman in her 20s, just average across the board. I think that the odds of her being interested goes down when she sees this. Now, that's not to say there aren't women. There's probably women in this chat who are like, let's rock and roll. Of course there are. Of course there are. But even men look at this and go, whoa, men are just less hidden about their weird shit. Are you trying to put forward the narrative that I'm not correct? That this is so much more common than I think? Hold on, I'm in a group with him. Let me call him. Oh, Jesus. I'm calling. Hey, what's up, man?
Hello?
Hi. Are you in the mask right now?
No, it's in the other room.
Okay. You sound normal.
I am normal.
Okay.
Relatively. It's a relative term.
That's fair. So nice to meet you. I'm Wubby. What name do you want to go by here today?
I'm Barf.
You're Barf. Okay. Hi, Barf.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Hi.
let's just, real quick, what possessed you to share this? Because this is one of those posts that just pop up while I'm live, where I think everyone's first reaction is, who asked? But not to say you shouldn't have posted. I'm just curious, why now?
I mean, we've been talking about figures a lot lately, and
Yeah.
you were talking about the shopping spree you guys had recently, and people keep talking about like how 1/1 scale figures are like the best scale, and I just thought like, not a lot of people are posting pictures of their 1/1 scale figures, and I want to just kind of shine a light on the fact that like these things are a fucking pain in the ass.
You are not wrong, but you might be the wrong guy to deliver this message because you're seen here posing with 3 of them. Now, I'm noticing you're referring to them as figures. Did you purchase them with the intent of them being display items? Because I don't think that's how they're sold. Unless I'm misunderstanding.
No, I didn't. They're sex dolls.
Okay, that's fair. And I'm assuming that they get their money's worth with you.
So the actual, if full disclosure, if you zoom in like all the way on Brigitte's right shoulder, you can see a little like kind of an artifact. So there's a little bit of like kind of silicone glue there. Actually, you can see it on her neck too. So I had to kind of like do some repair work on her shoulders because they broke like a week out of the box. Her shoulders just malfunctioned. So I messaged the manufacturer and I said, this I think I got like a bad doll or something. What's going on with this?
Right.
And they said, oh, well, we send you new doll immediately. Hang tight. So
Did you just do an accent? Did you just do a Chinese accent? We send you a new doll immediately.
No, I misspoke.
Okay.
So they sent me a new doll immediately. And that's the one on the left. That's Allie. That's Allie on the left. So the one on the right is Sadie. The one on the left is Allie. And no, the one all the way on the left is Hannah.
I see. So
they replaced the one with the fucked up shoulders for free. So I bought 2 dolls. They sent me one that was a replacement. I liked the first one so much that I bought a second one. I just happened to get, the one in the red dress kind of as a free replacement. So it was like,
that's a good replacement. She's got it. That seems like a good deal.
She's fucking pristine. Like I really kind of just use her as a display piece.
Really?
Yeah, she hasn't been.
You've never rolled around with?
No, not really. Not the head. Is one story, but the rest of her.
What do you mean the head is one story?
Well,
Did you pop? Do you pop the head out?
They come off. They come off.
I do. Well, hold on. I know they come off, but that was something I always had a bit of like a mental block with. Is that like the decapitated head fuck was always an instant like. It didn't do. Okay.
I have absolutely never done that. That is fucking horrifying. And I'm okay. It's not a normal hobby. I'll level with you there. But that's just fucking weird.
So you're not saying you've popped the head off and fucked it?
No, I take the heads off like to swap them around, like if I want to mix things up. But I don't take the head off to fuck it.
No. Okay, yeah. I understand. No, that's correct. Now you said you bought 2. I have a couple questions with that. First question is, would you be willing to share how much those 2 cost?
Yeah, so the one on okay, so as any informed buyer would know, make your big purchases on Black Friday. So Sadie, the one on the right, I think she was like 1800.
That's cheap.
And yeah, she wasn't that bad. And that's because I got a good deal on her. I did my shopping, I did my research and everything. So she really wasn't bad. It was kind of basically pretty much tax return money. I got a replacement for her because I complained about her broken shoulders, and apparently that was a kind of a common problem, like with the skeletons inside these things being messed up. I really enjoyed this product, and so I went, you know what? I kind of want to get a different one, mix things up a bit. So the one all the way on the left,
You went blonde and a little shorter.
Well, yeah, and I mean, she's blonde in this, but I could easily just swap the wigs off.
You're right. It's that option's always available. And then I'm assuming around the same price for that one as well.
Yeah, so Hannah was about 1,500, I want to say, but I also got her. Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't have to share any of this. This is where I imagine. Let me know if I'm pushing too far. Are you a single man?
I am. So the reason I purchased the first doll. So, and I left a TTS message for you about this. It was I don't know, like about a year ago, like shortly after I bought the first one. Because you were talking about real dolls at some point, and I said I had just gotten over a really, really rough breakup with the woman I had kind of planned to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
It was fucking brutal, and I really missed just having someone to lay in bed with and sleep with at night. And so I just wanted to have kind of a body to lay next to at night. So I got a doll and wanted to wrap it in an electric blanket. And there were fringe benefits to this, being, you can fuck it. That's nice.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I found that kind of an enjoyable pastime. I have dated since then. I have dated women who found the dolls intriguing.
Okay, hold on. I gotta stop you there. How do you introduce these dolls to a woman that you're looking to date?
It depends on the woman, honestly, because I've dated women who have found, I have friends who say, dude, this is based. Good for you, man. You have no problem with this. You're you. You're living your life. This is, for sure. This is your hobby. Fuck it, man. Who cares? Yeah. And then I have people who are you're fucking degenerate gooner. Get the fuck away from me. But at the end of the day, this is the kind of thing where, I am who I am. And when I show this to people, one woman I showed this to was I get it. I see you. You are a human who has struggled. You are someone who
but then did she call you back? Was she grabbing her keys and her knuckles when she said this?
I had sex with this woman while the doll was in the room.
And it was consensual?
It was consensual. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've also dated women who said, "Oh, that doll is hotter than me. I don't know how I feel about that."
Okay, that would be where my brain would go immediately, is that there might be a jealousy thing. But I want to ask you about that specifically, because you said some friends think it's based, some friends find it maybe a little weird. I want to share with you my opinion, and then you can tell me if you fall into the category. I don't have any problem with it at all, actually. But I think where it starts to get a little listen, if you got a doll you want to wheel out from the garage for a mad, just pounding sesh, and then maybe cuddles after, and then wheel her back away, that's one thing. But I think where it might become a little maybe debilitating, in my opinion, is when you start dating these things, right? I don't know where you fall in that. Listen, I if a girl can have a bad dragon dildo that goes to her throat, you can have a real doll. But the difference lies in the emotional love, and I'm worried. For sure. Yeah. I'm worried you're in love with Hannah.
I think it's a legitimate concern, and I mean, I really like Hannah for sure. And you know what? I will say that there is a line. There's a lot of places you can draw a line. Where I will, though, is kind of to what degree you talk to them. you know. And some people,
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is some people will engage with like full-on conversations, like they will use like the AI companion apps to talk to them.
Whoa! And why aren't you doing that?
I used to, and I like at first because I was that fucking lonely. Over the last, I don't know, several months, this summer has just been a really transformative time in my life. I think I just don't really have the desire to do that anymore.
I think that's good. I mean, listen, I think that's good. I'm happy for you. And
mushrooms are legal in Colorado. And that's one of the reasons.
Okay.
Eat mushrooms, become a different person.
Sure.
Maybe don't want to talk to your sex dolls as much.
I hear you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for coming on and sharing all this with us. Is there anything else you want us to know before we send you on your way?
I was almost on The Price is Scuffed a few years ago, but my fucking marble kept falling off the thing.
I'm so sorry to hear that. We would have loved to have had all 4 of you there. Does it grip?
No. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Barf. Thank you, man. Love you.
Love you.
You're worthy of love.
I know.
Why doesn't it grip?